20-year-old Dante Demetrius Wright had recently relocated from Chicago to Minneapolis, Minnesota. He supported his son by working in retail and fast food and had recently enrolled in a trade school. Dante and his 20-year-old girlfriend, Elena Albrecht Payton, were stopped by Minnesota police on April 11, 2021. He was driving his brother's white 2011 Buick LaCrosse, which had an expired registration plate and an illegal air freshener hanging from the rearview mirror. When the cops questioned Wright, they discovered he did not have a driver's license and was wanted for failing to appear in court on a minor firearms allegation. Officers decided to arrest Wright and forced him to exit his vehicle. As they attempted to place handcuffs on him, Wright began to fight back and return to his car. Kimberly Potter, one of the police officers, threatened to use her taser on Wright, but he continued to resist. Potter then yelled taser as she drew her Glock 9mm pistol from its holster and fired one round into Wright's chest. After being shot, Wright was able to drive away but only made it 470 feet before colliding with another car at the intersection of 63rd Avenue North and Catherine Drive. Officers on the scene performed CPR on him, but it failed and he was declared dead at 2:18 p.m. Elena's injuries were not life-threatening, although she did need wires to hold her shattered jaw in place. Another cop, Salvosa, who had arrived shortly after the crash, detained her at gunpoint. Officer Potter was not present to provide information on the car's passengers since she was sobbing at the place where she had fired her weapon.
Just breathe. Yep. Are you okay? Just breathe.
Reach your neck and several at gunpoint, 63rd Catherine Drive.
Okay, one at this
Kim, take a breath, okay? Just breathe.
Car injured as well. As soon as we get additional cars, I'll check for injuries. Suspects are not compliant. They're moving it.
No, you're not. Just...
Oh my God!
Kim, that guy was trying to take off with me in the car.
Okay.
3205, can you start some additional supervisors from other agencies, please?
He's still...
Yeah,
Crystal's en route. 4142 en route. Not locked in route.
Yeah, Kim, take a breath, okay? Kim, take a breath. You're all right, Kim.
Reach your neck, and we'll take 2 rigs, stage them a couple blocks out.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Potter said immediately after firing her firearm, "Oh shit, I just shot him."
Oh shit! I just shot him!
She stated that she thought she was holding her taser rather than her gun.
Your gun! I shot him! Oh my God!
Potter left the force 2 days later. Kim Potter was found guilty of first and second degree manslaughter on December 23, 2021.
You'd agree that as a police officer, you have the duty to render aid and communicate information to other officers, right?
Yes.
And it's part of your job to assist those who are hurt or injured, true?
Yes.
And to communicate to other officers what you know about a particular scene, right?
Yes.
Give them whatever information you can to help them do their jobs, to help render assistance, things like that, right?
Yes.
But you didn't do any of those things on April 11th, did you?
No.
You stopped doing your job completely. You didn't communicate what happened over the radio, right?
No.
You didn't make sure any officers knew what you had just done, right?
No.
You didn't run down the street and try to save Daunte Wright's life, did you?
No.
You didn't check on the other car that had been hit, did you?
No.
That all happened just down the road from you.
Yes.
You were focused on what you had done, because you had just killed somebody.
I'm sorry it happened. I'm so sorry.
Ms. Potter, from your reaction today, and from your reaction on your video, you didn't plan to use deadly force that day, did you?
No.
You didn't want to use deadly force, did you?
That's irrelevant. If she planned it or wanted it, it's a constructive affair.
The objection is overruled.
No.
Because you knew that deadly force was unreasonable and unwarranted in those circumstances.
I didn't want to hurt anybody.
You didn't want to hurt anybody. And you didn't want to hurt anybody.
No.
And that's why you said, I'm going to go to prison.
I don't.
That's 3 times now, Your Honor.
At the sentence hearing, her defense counsel claimed that Potter deserved leniency since Wright was attempting to flee and she had the right to protect herself. Potter then apologized to Wright's family and addressed his mother directly.
Katie, I understand a mother's love, and I am sorry I broke your heart. My heart is broken for all of you. Earlier, when you said that I didn't look at you during the trial, I don't believe I had a right to. I didn't even have a right to be in the same room with you. I am so sorry that I hurt you so badly. My heart is broken and devastated for all of you. I pray for Dante and all of you many, many times a day. He is not more than one thought away from my heart, and I have no right for that, for him to be in my heart. I do pray that one day you can find forgiveness, only because hatred is so destructive to all of us. Again, I am so sorry. And to the community of Brooklyn Center, I do owe you an apology too. I loved working for you. And I am sorry what has happened to our community since the death of Dante. The men and women who work for you still are good, honorable people and will work hard for you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Kim Potter received a 24-month jail term. Wright's family blasted the 2-year sentence as too light, accusing the court of favoring a white cop over the black victim.
Kim Potter murdered my son, and he died April 11th. Today, the justice system murdered him all over again. To sit there and watch pouring my heart out in my victim impact statement that took so long to write, and I reread it over and over again, to not get a response out of the judge at all. But then when it came down to sentencing Kim Potter, she broke out in tears. So once again, we are standing here to say that we're very disappointed in the outcome. Yes, we got a conviction, and we thank everybody for that. But again, this isn't okay. This is the problem with our justice system today. White women tears trumps.
Wow.
Trumps justice. And I thought my white women tears would be good enough because they're true and genuine. But when they're coerced, coached, and taught by the defense attorney, I guess we didn't have a win in this at all.
Kim was released from prison at about 4 a.m. on April 23, 2023, after completing 16 of her 24-month sentence. The Minnesota Department of Corrections stated that they released her early because, quote, based on the intelligence we gathered, we released Miss Potter at a time we felt safest for her and everyone at the correctional facility, end quote. According to Minnesota state law, she will be on supervised release for the rest of her term. In Minnesota, supervised release is similar to parole. Unless convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, Minnesota law requires you to serve the first 2/3 of your sentence in prison and the remaining third on supervised release. Kim's supervised release ends on December 21st, 2023. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.